I'm trying to not jump the gun here, but you are going to need to know how to end your AutoCAD session. I know you haven't even started yet, and I'm already telling you how to finish. That's okay. Just like there are several ways to open a file in AutoCAD, there are different ways to save and close a file. In fact, though, they're very similar in the way you open a file. Now, there are two main ways to stop using AutoCAD: close and exit. Two different commands, and they mean different things. Now, you can type either one of them on the command line. So if you type in the word close, that will close the current file. Now, if you have several files open and you type in the word close, then only the current file will go away. If I type in the word exit, every file that you have open will close, will go away, and AutoCAD will also shut down. Now, with either command, as you can see here, this little prompt that says save changes to drawing 1, that's the file that I have here, it will give you this option. So if you type in exit or type in close, if you've made any changes to it since your last save, then the closing or exit command is executed. AutoCAD will ask you and give you a prompt that says, hey, do you want to save your work? Now, you probably do, but in some cases you might not want to. So you can just click no, and it will go on and closing everything out or exiting whatever it is that you've asked AutoCAD to do. So those are two different ways that you can close it. Now you can also click on this X right here. If I click on this X, this will execute the close command. So it'll close just that one file that I have open. If you have no files open at all, then it will bring you to the new tab right here. One way to shut down AutoCAD altogether is to go up to the top right and click on this big red X, and that will close all of your open files, asking you to save them first, and then it will shut down AutoCAD altogether. So while you're working and long before you are through for the day, you need to make sure you save your work. So I'm going to open up a file here, just a basic one. Now, the three most important tips that I can give to you today are to save your work, and the third tip, yes, save your work. You must save early and save often. Get into the habit of saving every 5 to 10 minutes or so. It's that important. Now, AutoCAD does have an autosave feature, but I've found it to be very unreliable. So just be careful with that. Now, there are several ways to save a file, just as there were to open them. So you can click up here in the quick access toolbar. You can click the save button. If you click save, it'll give you a prompt saying, hey, what do you want to call this file and where do you want to save it to? Figure that out. Browse to your location that you want to go to. Type in the name that you want to give it and click the save button. Now you can type in the word save and it will do the same thing. You can come up to the application menu. You can click on the save button and it'll go here. If you haven't given your file a name or haven't saved it first, it'll prompt you for that. Now the save as command will do the exact same thing. So if I've saved this file, I'm just going to call it drawing 6. And I make a change. Say I draw a line. And I click the save button here. It'll automatically save it and save it to where I had it before. So you have to be careful. That will override any of your files. Now, if I click here at the save as, regardless of what I've done to it, it will always prompt me for a file name and location. I can get to those same things through the application menu, save and save as. Now, the save is really executing a command called QSave or quick save. So it does that very quickly, it saves it, and this just makes sure that you've saved or retained the progress that you've made in your drawing file. Now, another way to do that is even quicker, and that's by pressing the Control key and the letter S at the same time. If I press the F2 button, you can get to the command line up here and it says QSave. Press the F2 button again to collapse that. So that's a habit I suggest you get into all the time. You do some work, press Control and S. It's a quick save, and it's a Windows function actually, and it works in any Windows-based software. It's quick and it's easy, and I typically don't go more than 5 to 10 steps or so without a save. I've just lost way too many hours of work due to a power failure or AutoCAD locking up or the computer failing in some way. It just happens. It's a mantra that I have that I use over and over again. I call it save early and save often.